Good morning. Prosperity every day. Julia Cameron. October 15. Money as worth. Our society programs us to find our self worth in money. Rich equals smart. Poor equals dumb. We are what we earn, and what we earn is never enough. Many of us have a magic number, a figure that we tell ourselves will solve all our problems, yielding us a life of happiness. The problem with the magic number is that it always goes up. When we let go of money as a measure of our self worth, we are free to discover our true worth. Had to rush that a little bit to get it under a minute, but you know, and yeah. Um, I see that possibility coming. And over the years in recovery, I mean, it's almost 30 years now. So it took, oh, let's say the first 10 years of recovery for me to really begin letting go of my huge astronomical magic number um, that was associated with I'm going to be a movie star and I'm going to have, I'm going to be like Jim Carrey. I literally actually carried around the 20, it was either a 20 or a $22 million check made out to me from, blah, blah studio. It was the trick that Jim Carrey had done. So I'm going to do that. And, I was absolutely pressing my will to become a superstar, to become the one of the 10 guys on the planet that, push movies to a green light. And, worthy of a try, gave it a shot. you know. Um, but like the millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people who attempt to do that, um, missed that mark, you know. And so, um, but about 10 years in, I finally made that adjustment. And and it was, I thought I would, anyways, it doesn't matter to get into all those details. Um, but the truth of it is, today, I am very near to realizing a rational, realistic financial state. I mean, I'm already there. I'm in a great place financially for the, recognizing it really truly for the first time in my life. I got a great job, pays a living wage. I am living within my means. I am budgeting. I'm looking at it daily. Um, am I perfect with it? Absolutely not. Do I still, one of the worst places to spend money is in the fast food world, restauranting. Um, and I still do that, but, I don't cook a whole lot. Um, I'd like to, but I just don't feel that passion. Um, but one of the areas of my life where I have made a real true conversion of fantasy finances to realistic and actual spirit led financial goals and practices and habits is I switched out the habit of buying lottery tickets. It's just pure fantasy, and I made the substitution of, out of my paycheck, I have $20 um, purchasing stock. So that's the value of the lottery ticket that I would purchase occasionally. Not I never did that drastically, but and that helps me not be tempted to make a purchase of a lottery ticket because I'm buying a $20 lottery ticket that is stock, and it's a little simple habit that solves that. I'm a little fushy, Anyways, doesn't matter. So life is good. Um, I think I need more coffee, and I'll just move on. I had all this good stuff to share, but now my brain is kind of blank. So moving on. Um, Narcotics Anonymous, IP number 9. Living the program. Um, am I clean? Yes. Do I want another day clean? Yes. And am I going to do whatever it takes to stay clean today? Yes. Do I have an understanding of a higher power? Yes. Am I making conscious contact throughout the day? Yes. Um, am I going to do some prayer and reading and meditation? Yes. I saw my sponsor yesterday at a meeting, and had a really good meeting yesterday on the 11th step, and the meeting ended. It was just a spontaneous, like, good, had to be like a good 3 or 4 minutes of silence, and it was powerful, and especially powerful because had a newcomer chairing the meeting, and he held tight. It was awesome. Really glad to see him coming on a regular basis, and my prayer is that he shows up next week as well. Be great to have somebody really anchor into that position as a newcomer. It's huge. Um, and harm wise, I definitely did a moment where I definitely made someone else feel uncomfortable, and then ultimately made myself feel uncomfortable. Um, I had I had a member, you know, I, I get super snarked out when people try to joke with me about my job and about my ability to do my job. It does twerk me and irk me. I'm like, my attitude is like, shut up. Don't, I'm affronted by it, and I want to stand up and I want to educate them to shut them up. It's like, don't belittle men at work. And especially men do it mostly. And it's that, I got to belittle the other man so that I can feel bigger. And so this guy just threw a stupid remark, and I mostly I mostly understand their innocent intent is to make something funny, but their devious internal deeper layer is to emasculate the other man. I get it, but I buy into it, and I choose the offensive mode, and then combative and strike back mode. So I take the bait. So it's on me. I must recognize where their weakness is being expressed with aggression, and not buy into it, and offer them an alternative. And usually the best alternative is absolute silence. So that's my goal for next time. But I retorted in a way that, emasculated him, and I felt better for the moment. And it's something that I've said previously, like I'm proud of. I've got a retort sitting in my back pocket for when somebody does this stupid joke. And I told a fellow employee what I had done, thinking I'd get some, you know, uh, kudos for being, clever. And her response was like, "Whoa, that's too much." Like I could clearly see that she's like, "Wow, that's not good." And and so I recognized that, and I told her that I appreciated the feedback and that I will incorporate that feedback and I will refrain from that activity. Um, and it's such a nuanced game working with the public, you know, and it's amazing how public intercourse has deteriorated so much so that most of us don't do well out there. It's interesting, but it's on me to improve my ability to interact with socially inept people. It's not their fault, not my fault. My game is to improve my side of the fence. So there it is. But it was definitely wrong of me to respond in kind. So I must respond in more intelligently, more compassionately, um, and mostly just resist the impulse to attack. It's that simple. It's Course in Miracles. Um, so you know, more will be revealed, as they say. But so yeah, so gonna stay clean today, and this is my infinite invocation. Here we go. I, Paul Anthony Carbonell, have forgiven all, and am forgiven of all, and by all. Nothing remains in my being, my muscles, my bones, my joints, my memory, my molecules, but love. There is no pain or distress in my joints, my muscles. My body is the body of Source, the living eternal spirit. I now claim my spiritual connection and perfection with my inner healing artist and abundance guide. We utilize the practical principles of the 12 steps, 12 traditions, and 12 powers. I expect and accept the healing. I expect and accept the happiness. I expect and accept the abundance. I expect and accept the responsibilities, and so live that they become a part of my experience now, today. It is my responsibility to harness my creativity by cultivating and manifesting positivity. This is what I want to do. Uh, I want to chip away at th- 4 areas of clutter today: table, bookshelf, bed, and laundry, and the kitchen table. That's my commitment for today. I want to move forward on figuring out my canceled vacation stuff. Um, and I'm going to ride the bike. I'm going to stretch. And I'm going to do one set of dumbbell exercises. That's it. Clean clutter, deal with rescheduling vacation, and exercise. And then go to work and give them an honest date. That's it. Easy day. You will now step into my place and do it, bringing all of your powers and intelligence to bear, and considering yourself to be none other than myself. This or something better still. I am responsible. I am capable. I am aware. I am willing. I am masculine. I'm a provider, a protector, and a decider. This is my truth. My life is a treasure. I change my thinking today and thus create my holistic prosperity, health, wealth, and happiness plan. I demonstrate, manifest, execute from this plan specifically today by number one, tithing, number two, prayer, meditation, reading and writing, three, exercise and right eating, four, budgeting and right spending and investing in my future's financial freedom, five, boundaries, right relationships. Have a great day.